Hello students, welcome back in your online classes. Uh, I believe most of your classes which we have completed through online, I'm able to help you out with the help of your videos as well as with the help of your classes. So today from your English language, we are going to discuss a very important topic of yours, that is conditional. Just as an example, I would like to give you an example because you usually give this conditional conditions at your home in every day of your life. Because whenever your parents tells you to study, what you use? If I study, will I get this? If I do my homework, what you will give me? So these are the conditions which you are able to use every day at your home. So let's study also that what actually these conditions are and what is the conditionals, uh, and how to use these conditionals in your English language. So basically students, conditional is a type of sentence that is made up of an if clause and the main clause. I have already taught you clauses. Clauses is a group of words which gives you meaning, and somewhere it can stand alone, somewhere it cannot stand alone. It needs a helping sentence also. So now if we talk about if clause, it means there must be a complete sentence. In that sentence, two parts should be there. One part of that sentence must contain if, and the second part should be your main clause, which should be dependent on if clause. So I believe by talking you cannot understand. Let's understand first. Your conditionals are divided into five parts. First of all, zero conditionals, first conditional, second conditional, third conditional, and mixed conditional. In your book, a lot of examples given, and very nicely it's explained with the help of examples. I have used some different examples and different parts. While after watching this video, your work is to read your book carefully so that you can correlate, and then only you can come up with the doubts. So let's start. When we talk about your zero conditionals, before we talk about your zero conditionals, again, conditional is a type of sentence that is made up of an if clause and the main clause. Result, the sentence describes a situation that might happen or might have happened. The sentence usually starts with if or sometimes with when also. The if clause can be the first or the second part of the sentence also, but most of the time you will get this if in the beginning of your sentences only. And when you talk about conditional sentences, students, I just request if you can note it down in your fair copies also. These are the structures. If plus present simple plus present simple. It means your first half of the sentence should be in a present simple, second half also in the present simple tense. Then it will call as a zero conditional. Let's see an example. It refers to a situation that are always true or possible. Example, if it rains, the ground gets wet. If you heat ice, it melts. It simply means it is all about the true and possible possibility. If it rains, it automatically means that the ground or wherever it rains, that thing gets wet. And if you heat ice, ice is made up of water. If you heat it up, obviously it's going to be melt. So hope it is understood to you. Sometimes you, like in conditionals, you might have seen that if uh, instead of if, somewhere you will find when also. So don't get confused that how come it's when over there. These are the exceptional cases, but sometimes you will find when also there. Let's move forward for the first conditional now. So note it down in your copy. If plus present simple, but the second part of your sentence must be in a future simple. And how to represent this? Refers to a situation that is possible or realistic. In your first one was the true. It means there is no other possibility apart from the true fact. It has to be happen over there. But in this first condition, the situation is that it is possible or realistic. If I go to the shop, I will buy something. So obviously if I'm going to the shop, I will buy something. If I study hard, I will pass my exams. So you see carefully, before comma, the first part of the sentence is in the simple present, and the second part will. Both of the sentences are containing will. You can see clearly that both the sentences are in future simple. Hope it is understood to you. Now let's move forward for your second conditional. Second conditional, write it down the structure. If plus simple past plus would and the verb's first form. And when you will see the example, then it will be clear to you. It refers to a situation that is impossible or unlikely to happen. It means it's like in our previous situations what you have learned, that both the situations are true and possible, but in second conditional you will find that these situations are impossible and unlikely to happen. So if I won the lottery, I would buy a mansion. If I won, the simple past is used, but the third form of the verb is used over there, won. But now the condition is that if I won, and it's not like possible. Do you really think, can you take a guarantee that you will win? That is somewhere it may be in a once in a blue moon when you win a lottery, that is by luck. So if I won the lottery, I would buy a mansion. Both the probabilities are based on impossible things. If I were you, I would quit smoking. How can you be at my place? How can I be at your place? So that is again unlikely condition. So hope this is also understood to you. Now let's move forward for your third conditional. If plus past perfect plus would have plus past participle. Let's see the example. First of all, it refers to a past situation that differs from the reality. We are talking about the past, but that is going to be differ from the reality. It means it must be whatever the second part of sentence we are going to discuss, that must be different from that. If I had saved my money, if I had, it means I can't do anything right now. If I had saved my money, I would have bought a car. But both the situations are not possible now, because both the things I would have done in my past only. If I would have done in my past, then both the situation can be true. But now I cannot change that past. If I had studied, I would have passed my exams. Again, both the situation cannot be possible, because exams happened, your result came, now you cannot change anything. If I had studied, I would have passed my exam. This is your third conditional. So let's move forward for your last, the mixed conditional. When you talk about mixed conditional, students, understood with the name that something mixed would be there. Now what is mixed? Sometimes if if comes with the second conditional and followed by the third conditional, and sometimes if followed by third conditional at first and followed by the second conditional. It will be clear to you with the help of example. If when you talk about the first one, the structure should be if plus past simple plus would have plus first form of verb. Second, if plus past perfect plus would have plus past participle. Let's check the example. The first one, if I were not so busy, I would have gone on holiday last week. You can check here, I have used the second conditional in the first part of sentence and the third conditional in the second half of the sentence. Now when you see the second example, if I had been born in the UK, third conditional is at the first place, I would speak English very well, and the second conditional at the place of second place. So these are the mixed conditional, where your first half can be second conditional, can be third conditional, but if your another part of the sentence, vice versa, it should be, if second you are using at first, then third would be next. If you are using third first, then second at last. So this is called your mixed conditional. So hope students, conditionals understood to you, but quickly we can recap what you have studied. So zero conditional, things are always true and facts. If you heat water, it boils. If present tense, present tense. Clear? First conditional, real and possible situations in the present or future. If it rains, I will get wet. If present and followed by will plus bare infinitive, it simply means not followed by to infinitive. It can be a bare condition which can be possible in future. Now second conditionals, unreal or impossible things in the present or future time. Whenever you talk, that condition must be unrealistic and impossible. If I won the lottery, I would buy a big house, but I cannot win. If plus past simple followed by would and bare infinitive. Third conditional, it has to be past hypothetical situation, things that did not happen. If I had got up on time, now we are talking about past cannot be changed. If I had got up on time, I wouldn't have missed the bus. It means we are talking about both the situations which we cannot change because both had already passed. Form which are you going to use? That is if plus past perfect, comma would plus have plus past participle. Let's just discuss your final one, that is your mixed conditionals, second conditional in one clause and third conditional in other. Vice versa, we are going to study if I had slept last night, I wouldn't feel so tired. Third is used first, second we have used last time. Or if the tickets were not so expensive, I would have gone. Second we have used now first and third at the last. So hope students conditionals understood to you. Conditionals are is very interesting chapter, and if you will try hard you will understand. So just guess which conditional I have just used. If you study hard you will understand the chapter. So hope students you have understood your chapter, and if there is any doubt you can ask me in your online classes. Thank you.